One night during my second year at university, I was getting ready to head back to my dorm after a house party when I suddenly had to use the bathroom. Most of the rooms were occupied, so as a last resort, I went around to the back of the house to take care of it outside. When I stepped out, I noticed that the window to my buddy Marco's room was wide open. That immediately struck me as weird. He was at the party, and he always kept his window locked. I walked closer and saw a random guy inside his room, stuffing anything valuable into a backpack like he was on a timed scavenger hunt. It took me a second to process what I was looking at, but once my brain finally caught up, I ran back inside and told everyone that someone was breaking into Marco's room. A couple of girls started calling the police, but for the guys, it was already too late. They were ready. A few of them grabbed brooms. One guy wrapped his fist with a towel like he was gearing up for a boxing match, and they stormed outside toward the room. The burglar saw the mob coming, panicked, and tried to escape through the exact same window. I honestly have no idea why he didn't just run out the door, because the moment he got halfway out the window, someone grabbed his legs and yanked him out like a carrot from the ground. He hit the grass, and before he could figure out what planet he was on, they had him wrapped up in a huge tarp, tied like some kind of oversized holiday present. He just sat there on the lawn, mumbling that we should let him go and that he'd never come back. The police still hadn't arrived, and that's when one of the guys decided they needed even more rope or tape or something. They ran off to a cheap convenience store nearby, planning to buy something to tie him up better. 10 minutes later they came back, without any rope, but they did bring a giant roll of plastic wrap. Don't ask me why. While they were gone, I went back inside to check on everyone and look out for the police. When I returned, they had somehow dragged the guy across the yard and taped him, tarp and all, to a lamppost like he was part of an art installation. Everyone eventually wandered back to the party. By the time the cops finally showed up, at least 15 minutes later, we were all sitting on the lawn casually drinking again, while the human caterpillar was wobbling against the lamppost. I swear someone even offered him a beer, though he couldn't exactly drink it in his condition. A few neighbors came over at first to complain about the noise, but once they saw the burglar taped up and we explained the situation, they just laughed and told us to keep it down a bit. The best part? The police didn't even bother unwrapping him. They just cut the tarp loose from the lamppost, carried the entire bundled man like a rolled-up carpet, and slid him into the patrol car still in his caterpillar cocoon.